So first, when talking about Kyle Hamilton, I'm gonna go to this one article that I read the other day that really explains a lot about why he's a good selection for the Ravens. So this is an article by Jamison Hensley. Go check him out. I'm pretty sure he has a Twitter and everything. He's an ESPN staff writer. Kyle Hamilton's path to the Baltimore Ravens started when he veered right wildly while running his 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. Yes, this did happen, and when I saw it, I was like, he clearly did not get a sprinting coach or a track coach or anything like that. He just went out and tried to show straight off just athleticism. I don't think he got anybody to train him for that, so that was pretty interesting. If this had been track, Hamilton would have been disqualified for going outside his lane. His penalty for running in this way in front of football scouts, a free fall in the NFL draft. Yes, that did happen. He did fall a little bit because of his combine speed, which, I mean, we'll take it. Hamilton's slower than expected time of 4.59 seconds compared to Ed Reed, who had a 4.57. I don't think 4.59 is that bad. Ranked 14th among all safeties at the Combine and was the slowest of any safety taken in the first round of the last 5 drafts. Okay. It created doubts whether the Notre Dame safety could cover ground at the next level, and it caused the one-time top 5 prospect to slide to the Ravens at the number 14th pick. The Ravens, who have a history of trusting what they see on tape over the stopwatch, have no concerns about Hamilton's speed. You look at his game speed and what you see on tape, he's covering ground. Ravens director of player personnel Joe Ortiz said he's flying up and he's showing bursts. He's showing explosiveness and range. Then you look up at your grade, your speed grade, and then you have a good grade, and it all matches up, and just the 40-yard time didn't match up. So that's something that I'm not too worried about, the 40 time not matching up, because it's the outlier. You don't really trust the outlier all the time, and I feel like this is a time where you don't trust the outlier. Oh, here's the Luke Carr on Twitter posted this, and it's him just going to the side and then coming back. And I swear if he ran like completely straight, he would have gotten at least a 4.55. In this one. His pro day was not as good, so yeah. Case in point, Hamilton's first of 2 interceptions against Florida State last season. Starting at the right hash mark, Hamilton ran all the way to the opposite sideline to make the pick. When the pass was thrown, he still needed to cover about 20 yards to get to the spot for the interception. On one play, Hamilton displayed exceptional instincts, great recognition. He looks at the quarterback and then the receiver before making a break on the ball, and the quickness to close it on a receiver. People talk about his 40 time. I could tell you what some of our best players have run 40-wise over the years. Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta said, "This guy covers ground with range and speed and awareness. He's quick. He has great eyes, so he can do it all." In 2002, safety Ed Reed plummeted to the Ravens with the number 24 overall pick after he ran the 40-yard dash time in 4.5 seconds. That's what I was talking about, which is nearly identical to Hamilton's time. Reed became one of the game's best ball hawks and got inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2019. In 2003, linebacker Terrell Suggs slid to the Baltimore at the number 10 overall pick because of a slow 40 time. Then Ravens coach Brian Billick joked that Suggs would never have to run 40 yards to get the quarterback. Suggs ended up as the franchise all-time leader in sacks and was the 2011 Defensive Player of the Year. No Ravens officials are going to compare Hamilton to either Reed or Suggs, but Baltimore is confident that Hamilton can become the latest defensive first-round pick to change games. Hamilton can make plays deep in coverage or stop the run by lining up in the box. He has the lowest total QBR allowed, 5.9, in the FBS as a targeted defender in coverage since 2019. According to Sports Info Solutions, Hamilton also allowed just 1 touchdown in coverage in his entire college career. And I saw that play, and he just kind of got tied up and then just fell, and the guy caught the ball, caught a very underthrown ball. So I'm not worried about that. He's like a chess piece, Ortiz said. So you see that, and you're fired up that you take a chance on him at pick 14 and that he fell to you. That's why you just think he's going to be gone, because he's a playmaker at different level, multiple different levels of a defense. Despite that versatility, Hamilton knew his 40 time would ruin his chances of being one of the first players drafted. Before running at the combine, he looked at the video board at the stadium, which had his comparable as Derwin James, a two-time first-team All-Pro safety. After his disappointing 40, his comparable on the video board changed to Jeremy Chin, a second-round pick who has become a solid starter for the Panthers. I like Jeremy Chin a lot, to be honest. I feel like he's one of them guys that you want on your team. So I'll take a guy that's like Jeremy Chin. But Hamilton still wasn't expected to fall that far. The chances of him being available at the 14th pick was 32% according to the ESPN Draft Day predictor. So 32% that he was available, we'll take him. Hamilton, though, wasn't complaining about where he landed. I was just talking with Coach John Harbaugh earlier, and we'll look back 10 years later and realize it was the perfect fit and everything happened for the right reasons, Hamilton said before his introductory news conference. Before adding some levity, selfishly, this is a great defensive organization and has produced some pretty good players. There's a safety that was pretty good, Reed, and then the linebacker, Ray Lewis, that was pretty good, I think. So hopefully I can add on to that and fill those shoes. Oh god, we got the arrest issue for Earl Thomas. That's something else. We're not doing that right now. If you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Now, this is a play where it really shows Kyle Hamilton's range as a player, I guess, because he's on this hash mark, which is a lot wider the hash marks are in college football. So the fact that he's way over here, like probably like 20 feet from the sideline, and then how far he goes on this play is crazy. So if you watch him right here, covers ground and then undercuts him for the interception. Now, I wasn't too this play is really good, but I feel like people overrated this play. I feel like the guy really threw the ball up and floated it there for him to be able to get there in time. I don't think if it was a more flat thrown ball, he wasn't going to be getting there in time. So I felt like he was kind of given a gift there, but it still shows his range on a broken play, of course, knowing exactly where the ball's going and showing his instincts and everything. Kyle Hamilton is good at knifing through to tackle behind the line. He hits gaps hard to stop the run. He has awareness and instincts allow him to play fast, so his 40 time is not concerning. This is something that I noticed, is that he always arrives at the perfect time to break up passes with his long limbs and big hits. He can play free safety when needing to and can be used in 2 high looks. He works best when you're moving him around, though, so he can make plays. I'm not worried about taking him high because he's a pure football player who just makes plays. I think he's positionless, and that versatility is really hard to find. So getting him at 14, I think that's a steal, personally. And he's always around the ball, so there won't be many big plays happening anymore because he'll always be there.